wow. It came early. Got one early. Nah, ha, ha. Got him. Got him. Guys, what's up? It's new. You knew it was coming. We have the biggest change to the core meta of divination card farming I've ever seen from one league to the next. We just had the strongest state of divination card farming with the sky-high cost of the Curation Scarab completion, double Divination Scarab. If you weren't doing that and doing it on T17, you were memeing. There's no buts about it. This league, however, GGG, just stripped away target farming divination cards of your choice on tier 17s. They stripped away magic finding in general, which makes it twice as easy. And they stripped away the need to use all of your Scarab slots for divination card farming. You now get a bonus slot, one Scarab only. Really, one Scarab is good. And then 4 additional fragment slots of your choosing. So, welcome to another Perception vs. Reality on the new state of divination card farming. If you are someone who has always hated just the burning fire passion, this tier 17 nonsense, this brutal modifiers, hate the state of the game, just want to be able to farm some top-end juice stuff in tier 16, guess what? It's your lucky day, or your lucky league, I guess, because I, for one, love divination card farming. I like farming the hardest content in the game, but it so happens I'm going to keep stepping it down a notch, going to tier 16 Jungle Valley, where we scried it over from the Residence map, the Fire of Unknown Origin card, which is the second most valuable target farmable card in the game right now, right underneath the Apothecary. I'll get into why I chose that one over the Apothecary, but in formulaic fashion, we got 100 maps for you here. Divination chisels, getting some Delirium orbs, rolled these maps nice and pretty. 4 Ambush Scarabs, 1 Divination Scarab. I'm taking this one pretty seriously. The investment cost is kind of it's kind of high investment cost for a Poverty League on not even tier 17 farm. You could say that, but really, in my opinion, it's kind of a mid-tier cost, and a lot of things could happen. There's so much jackpot potential for this. I'm going to try to normalize the results best I can, but it's going to be tough. So that's an intro for you. Let's get into the Atlas to start, and I'm going to show you this Atlas, which will be linked in the description below. We have Ambush, a tiny little bit of Essence here just because it's easy, but mostly focusing on Ambush. And I decided to go ahead and slam an extra Legion onto the map. That's going to help me keep up the Headhunter buff count, taking it into the boss room, because the bosses are going to be way harder than normal. But again, tier 17, this is a wildly difficult farm, and you can't even target farm the Apothecary or the Nimis card this way anyway. But on tier 16, I'm a Warden, which means I can hard freeze the boss. I just got to be able to attack fast enough. I don't even need to hit the boss very hard. Just got to attack fast enough, and he's permanently frozen all the way to the end. Especially if I walk in there with a bunch of Headhunter buffs, it's easy. That's why Legion is there. Also, it drops some cards, of course. But I'll show you exactly how I do the map. It's a little bit nuanced how I clear the map, so we'll get into that with the map showcase. But anyway, all of the increased effective modifiers on maps, except these 2 points, I guess. A little bit of love to Scarabs, because I guess why not? Beyond is in there where it needs to be. And a little bit of convenient blocking. But mostly Eater of Worlds, Altars, and Ambush. That's the key there. You could manipulate this tree a little bit if you wanted, but I want to be able to run the maps fast. This is a callback to the Legion boxes divination card farming. It's a little bit like 500% enraged Strongbox farming, but actually it's kind of more like farming operative strong boxes, because we're going to be focusing very much on the loot inside the strong boxes, because again, it's a bit of a poverty league, not getting that much loot from monsters raw, so we're doing what we can to make the most of what's given to us. The investment cost of everything is very cheap compared to what it was last league and what it's been, even in the recent past, so that's nice too. Here I got the Scarabs all in front of you. I'm going to be using the Divination Scarab of Pilfering, which again makes the bosses really hard. I'm going to be focusing on getting as many divination cards as I can. I'm going to maybe not go crazy with the minions. Eldritch minions drop divination cards, basic currency and stuff, but I might take that a little bit here and there. That does add a lot of difficulty to the boss. The Diviner Strongboxes will be a big player in this one. So this is something that is going to blend over into how people are farming it in T17s, or were anyway, until made the boss insanely hard. This Ambush Scarab of Discernment is extremely valuable. Turns a lot of Strongboxes into Arcanist, which is going to give us a lot of double Divines, as well as Diviner Strongboxes most notably. Diviner Strongboxes, basically outside the Strongbox, you can just think of it as like a stack deck. I don't know if it's the exact weighting of stack decks, but it drops a whole bunch of cards. Just imagine yourself opening 20 to 40 stack decks all at once, and they're all going to get duped twice over, because they're going to get duped from the Strongbox and they're going to get duped from the boss via Pilfering Scarab. So that is some major jackpot potential. You could see 4 Doctors come out, you could see 4 Apothecaries come out, you could see 4 House of Mirrors come out, you could see 4 Reign of Chaos come out. You know, that's going to be the more common one, obviously. But in 100 maps, you could see something crazy. Now, a lot of people are running this with the Monstrous Treasure Scarab of Ambush Scarab of Containment, but that is a 1.5 div Scarab right now, and I think with that setup, with the other 2 specialized Ambush Scarabs, my estimation is that would result in maybe twice as much loot. So if it's going to cost more than twice as much per map, probably not worth it. And it has some major ramifications on how well it spawns eldritch minions. Altars too, especially on these smaller maps, which we're doing Jungle Valley. These are all 6 modded, fitting the regex, which will be linked down below. It's pretty easy to roll these maps. Scour Alk is cheaper than I've ever seen it before. I mean, it equals, like, you can Scour Alk something 4 or 5 times in the price of 1 Chaos now. It's pretty wild. So it's quite easy to roll these maps up for 6 mods. Each one has at least 30% pack size. And I budgeted like an extra 5 Chaos per map for the rolls there. That's where some of this is coming from. All this here covers the cost of that, as well as putting Ambush on the map device every time. And then we also got our Chiseled and Delirium Orbs. The Chiseled, this is a bit of a volatile market here, but the Divination Chiseled, if I'm going to take this seriously, I'm probably going to use Divination Chisels, because that's going to be 100% more Divination card found. Not from Eldritch Minions through those specialized mods, but from the Diviner Strongbox, from raw loot, things like that. That is going to be quite impactful. So yeah, basically, the long and short of it is a lot of jackpot loot from the Diviner Strongboxes, and then target farming the Nimis card, because I have it scried from the Residence map, which is a terrible map, by the way, over to Jungle Valley. Now, the reason why I chose the Nimis card is because the Apothecary is getting all the headlines right now. A lot of people already scried that one over and are searching for it, as well as the fact that the House of Mirrors card is now beginning to overtake the Apothecary, which means whichever card is in first place gets a 20 or 30% value boost, because it's the one that's being used for the double or nothing, the harvesting chance. The Apothecary is about to drop off that cliff, so to speak. But the Nimis card is still very valuable, because people are not able to farm it through Curation Scarab anymore, and, you know, Uber Bossing quite expensive and, you know, takes a lot of kills to do it. But tier 0 farming is in kind of an awkward place too, and it's much harder to farm a Nimis than it was last league. Just put it that way. Let's take you down. Okay, we got the stack deck weightings. And I'm going to be tracking cards here. We're going to be tracking the Dapper Prodigy. It's one of the common cards that drops in Residence. You can look at the list of the cards that drop in Resident, and it's the only one that's even really remotely worth picking up. Turn it in for 6 link. If I hit like a 100% natural good base or something, it might actually be worth something. 2,595 on the weighting. This is from 3.25. It's the best data we have recently. And then the Nimis card, it's all the way down here to weighting of 14, okay? And then we also have the Apothecary, which is a weighting of, I guess it's saying a weighting of 10, but I don't know. That doesn't seem right at all. It was a weighting of 5 last time. Oh, that's really weird. Did that get changed suddenly out of nowhere? There's a weighting of 6 here. I don't know. Last league it was a weighting of 5, I swear. But I was using these numbers too. So I don't know. Something changed on here. Not sure. But I do remember doing 1,000 maps last league. So, I mean, I my own data to know for sure. Yeah, the Nimis card was dropping, you know, over twice as often as the Apothecary, generally speaking. So it is worth almost half of what an Apothecary is now, and I'm expecting the Apothecary to maybe go down. I don't know what the Nimis card's going to do, but anyway, I could have scribed the Apothecary over. That'd be fine, of course. It might technically be the best option, but you're going to be waiting a while before you hit that. Because the problem is, let's see, if we take a look at the investment cost. We can see everything is in here, and it breaks down like this. Fire of Unknown Origin to the Dapper Prodigy ratio is 1 to 185, okay? And the Dapper Prodigy is not like a super common card, okay? And that would be much, much steeper with the Apothecary. So, for every 185 Dapper Prodigies, I'm going to get 1 Fire of Unknown Origin, which is worth about 21 Divines right now. Although I won't, that's not exactly how it'll work, because every single card gets duped. So it's more like I get 2 of these Nimis cards every time I get 370 the Dapper Prodigy. So it makes it a little bit more RNG based here. But anyway, investment costs 70 Divines for 100 maps, 105 Chaos per map. So not even a Divine per map. I call this kind of a, you know, again, it's a little bit high tier for a T16, but it's somewhat of a mid investment strategy. Very much reminds me of the investment costs of kind of early farming Crimson Temple, not with wing scarabs, like with all gilded scarabs. Kind of like that sort of, you know, in the Enraged Strongbox Sextant. If you guys remember, it was always somewhere around this, hundreds or so chaos per map invested. And I'm going to attempt to normalize the result, but let's see some pretty wild stuff, guys. We're going to get some highlights, and I'm going to start with a map showcase. Okay. So, first thing I need to do real quick is put the Delirium Orb on all these maps and the Chisels on all these maps. That will take a second. Okay, that is it for all the maps. I got them here. And again, these are all 30% pack size, all 6 modded, all fitting the regex for my build. It's not that restrictive. It really didn't take much in terms of... I just mass scoured and alked them all over and over and over again until I hit them. It really wasn't that big of a deal. It's nothing like +2 projectile abyss back in Affliction League. It was nowhere near that hard to craft these maps. So they're all nice. And I guess it didn't... You know, I pulled some of the chisels from my stash, I guess, when I moved to the... Let me throw these back in here. But yeah, everything is coming out right, and we'll just get rid of all this. Okay, and we're off to the races. Map number 1. So excited to see what happens here. I mean, this is fun. I love divination card farming, and again, for those of you who hated the tier 17 meta, it's your time to shine, all right? So we're going to be slamming as many ambushes as we can. I thought about using some of the other specialized ambush scarabs, but I just couldn't really justify it. I don't think there's going to be 19 strong boxes. Hopefully a few of which will be diviner strong boxes on the map. A sentinel. Well, I don't really think that matters much. Alright, so first thing I do, and I do run these maps in a very specific way. I pop the influence. And you really want to do this on Jungle Valley or somewhere where you're not ever going to get any boss altars. Big advantage to doing it over here. Of course, I like the layout pretty well. And then I'm just going to go around and, you know, I'll kill a few rares here and there, spawning some Beyond. Katash Beyond as well, you know, in the Atlas. I'm not opening any strong boxes, notice, because I'm going to wait till I get all the quant rarity altered before I do that. So we're going to double back in a little bit here. I'm kind of scouting for diviner strong boxes. If I see some crazy number of diviner strong boxes, I will actually kind of alter my plans and unlock the boss on the way down. But usually I don't do that. That's out of fear that, like, I'm going to lose too many headhunter buffs when I come back barreling down. I got a Legion there. It's very specific plans with that Legion. I haven't even noticed the diviner strongbox yet. I might have gotten really unlucky on this first map. The vast majority of maps will have at least 1 or 2 diviner strongboxes with this Scarab setup. I might have had 0 on this one. That's okay. You know, it's not going to make that much of a difference in terms of target farming that Nimis card at least. So this is still good value. Hoping for the Divination dupe altar, but that doesn't matter for the content inside the strong boxes. It matters for everything else. And the contents inside this box are pretty good, so I want to open that up. And now my goal is to kind of go through and open the strong boxes on the way up. All right, so I'm going to spawn this Legion. I'm going to get a bunch of Headhunter buffs right here. Okay, I'm going to unlock it, but I'm not going to kill it. I'm going to come back on my way back, just barreling down. Okay, it's basically almost completely open. You notice I left all the Legion rares up still, right? Oh, there is one Diviners. Okay, nice. Maybe I get a reopen on it. And now I'm kind of in like speed mode. I got a bunch of headhunter buffs. I want to move extra fast here. I got a bunch of movement tattoos on this build. I got a brutal restraint. It's giving me a bunch. Oh, there's a second divine. All right, it's not going to be bad at all then. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. Not looting. Don't have time. I'm very much more concerned about the headhunter buff status at this point. And yes, this is going to be a hard thing to do without a headhunter, the way I'm doing it. With a Pilfering Scarab, it could be tough. Now, I suppose the boss, you know, since the boss can be frozen, not as bad. Look how many times this is getting reopened. Oh my god. Did have a reopen on a diviner, so that's 3 diviners open. Nope, actually 4. Okay, that's 4. Is that 5? This is the 4th time opening this one box. Alright, this is actually going to be kind of spicy. Regrettably, I didn't go and kill the boss already. So basically, I gotta try and get some of these rares down. I'm a little bit concerned going in here. Really don't want to waste any more time. Now, if I had realized I was going to put this many divination cards on the boss, I would have procced him early and I would just exit the map or die on purpose. Because it's not worth making a major risk out of this. But we'll see. Should be fine. I got Unbound ready to go. Look at all that storm rain. Alright, here we go. Let's see how bad it is. 286 cards. Oh, it's not that bad. It's just permanently frozen anyway. Wait, there's 2 bosses. 2 bosses. Oh my god, they were both permanently frozen. That's okay. That is really bad. Didn't even see a Dapper Prodigy there. Interesting. Alright, well, very, very lucky results from 4 Diviner Strongbox. I mean, you can see how many cards dropped, though. Pretty crazy. So it'll be like that sometime. Major jackpot potential. Sometimes just completely dry. What's surprising me is not a single Dapper Prodigy there. Usually I get at least a couple. Okay, well, that's why we run 100 maps and not 1. The highlights will be brilliant, I'm sure. There will be some fun stuff in there. Gotta be. How's the build with Mage Blood instead of Headhunter? I don't know. Oh, whoa, there's 3 in here. Oh, double Diviners, but I got the double Divine Orb instead. Uh-oh, that's 4 Divine. What the world? Alright, I gotta get down there to the boss room ASAP on this map. I'm gonna have a ton of Headhunter buffs going in here. Look at that. That would have been absolutely devastating if I had died from that guy. Should see a lot of cards off the boss here, maybe. We'll see how many cards. I'm guessing he's got like 300. $240. Okay. Alright. 4 fortunate. That came from the Diviner's Strongbox. The 1 fortunate card dropped out of Diviner's Strongbox. It duped, and then it duped again off the boss. Why? You don't have to run Containment Scarab. You got more options now. If we had to use 3 Scarab slots to do Divination card farming, you would have to run Containment Scarab. But like, what? I mean, this is the same farm as a Containment Scarab farm. It's just a cheaper variant. What we got? Double Divine again. Oh, that was fast. Oh my god! Wow! Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. There's so many Arcanist boxes, though. Totally reasonable. Could happen. I think that this is going to be the primary way to chase a mirror this league. Be duped from Strongbox. What do you guys think? Ambush Scarab of Containment. Alright. Okay. Okay. That's cute. Not even using it. Who said Warden slow? I don't see a slow Warden. I got 102% movement speed, increased movement speed in town. Feeling pretty good about that. Over 100% movement speed in town feels pretty fast. Oh, wow. It came early. Got one early. Nah, ha, ha. Got him. Got him. Got him. So that did not drop out of a strongbox. Dropped off a random mob, apparently. If it had come out of a generic strongbox, it would have been 4. That's the second time I've done that today, because I did some warm-up earlier, and literally like 3 maps before I did this set, I also dropped 2 of those. So I am on the lucky end of RNG. I actually think I'm only supposed to see that happen, probably supposed to see it happen once in 100 maps. So, unless the drop weights are wrong or something, it should be the case. We'll have to celebrate by having a funeral procession for Cobalt Bottler. Why they got the weirdest names? Okay, it'll be a happy funeral. Oh, and a funeral for me too while we're at it. Wow. Wait, let me put this in. Oh yeah, it's not working. What the fuck? Oh, you guys are right. That's not working. At least not with that scarab. Alright, well, that's crazy. Might have nerfed myself. It's early, though. It's okay. I'm gonna put that in the highlights. It's too crazy. Oh! There that is again. Oh, here's a Diviner Strongbox in the end. Alright, you guys want to see it in action? Let's see the Sentinel in action. See if I can do it. I still got the magic. Oh, I don't think I have the hotkey. I don't know if it's the regular hotkey button or not. Whoa! Wait, I didn't see it go off. Did it go off? I didn't see it. Ambush Scarabs, nice. Ooh. Oh, okay, there's something over it. Well, actually, I don't... Do you guys think it went off or not? Legion is to help secure some headhunter buffs, but I guess now Ritual is there as a backup. But Legion's just... Oh, yeah. Hey, it's another reason to farm tier 16, guys. I totally forgot about that reason. Yeah, that's something I never saw last league. That drop. The 186 cards, though. What in the world? Not that many cards. Oh, it's all heroic shots. Nice. Oh my god. Like 10 heroic shots or something. 170 chromes, yo. 170 chromes. The heroic shot of unknown origins. What that was. Whole bunch of stuff dropped up there. Duped Valor's puzzle box. Oh yeah, those are actually worth the divine now. Each. I just dropped one last map. Is there anything you can roll on Diviner's Strongboxes that's like really, really good? Like the equivalent of... And that is the story of a bow build. Oh. Duped Valdo's puzzle box? Wait, I got currency dupe. That was not a Arcana Strongbox. It was true dupe. Oh my god. Could be a lot of cards on this boss. Should be. 151. For the nurse! Oh, there we go. Dropped a nurse out of one of those diviners. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. That's half a doctor. Get that jackpot. Semi-jackpot. Welcome to day 2 of the jackpot farm. Oh yeah. You're getting loot, like, at least you're getting currency, like, directly from doing those things, though. So that's good, but... Anyway. Or fortunate again. Oh, glad I didn't brick the map. There's the double divine. It's been a while. Eventually, 7 years bad luck or the unrequited love will be worth target farming, but you need the mirror to go up above 1,000 divines until that's the case. Or somewhere around there. Also, on first time playing Elemental Hitbow, I wanted to try Ignite Exploding Champ, but it seems like hits don't ignite. Well, yeah. Your hits don't ignite. You get ignites from the minions occasionally on like single target on a boss fight. That'll be up, but not like mapping. So that enchant is a terrible choice, an absolute terrible choice for an enchant. You should re-enchant something else. You're not reliably igniting things in maps as you clear maps. That's not a thing. The whole ignite setup with the minion is all about major health tanky mobs. Like a pilfered boss, for example. Big impact there. So, you know, I mean, I applaud you for trying to branch out and try something, but I've never recommended that enchant, and anytime somebody's brought it up, I said don't get it. I think there are 3 decent enchants. One is cold as extra fire, one is elusive on crit, and one is additional curse. I think you probably can choose one of those 3, depending on what you're doing with the build. I will when I craft the new bow, I will do 401 cards. That's a record, I think. You ready for the big explosion? What? Debated. Oh shit! Not doing enough damage. Ice Nova. Ice Nova, yes. No! No! It's okay. I got backup plans. I killed the Legion prematurely, too. I made a stupid choice in what I did there. Like the first time I wasn't paying attention doing that. So now I use the rituals, which had a 98% chance to spawn on the map. It did spawn, right? Oh my god, don't tell me ritual didn't even spawn on this map. The 2% chance. I mean, I've only dropped... Oh wow. I've only dropped 4 Nimis cards. So... I've not dropped much myself. Or wait, no, I dropped 2 Hina Koras. I forgot about that, yeah. The 2 Hina Koras now can go. It's kind of crazy. Packs of monsters can only spawn where other monsters are nearby. Oh my god. Wait, what? Yo, this guy. Wait, how am I not dying? I'm crit resistant, but no. Oh my god, this guy's crazy. Go. What in the world? Oh, we died. Stalemate. Oh my god, what in the world? Stalemated him. My minion Ignite must have got him. Shouldn't he be frozen? I don't know, I guess, but he might have been resistant or something. That was crazy. Wow. I haven't seen anything like that in a while. I'm like too well geared for that to ever be a thing anymore, but dude, that guy was on crack. Okay. So Divine Beauty dropped off a random mob, did not get duped. Sadly. That's how 2 of them dropped. That was from the chance to drop additional divination cards which rewards basic currency. So unfortunate it didn't dupe, though. I also had the dupe altar. Now gone. 2 bosses. 303 div cards. Oh no! I should have stood between them. Why didn't I stand between them? Oh no. Why are there 2 bosses? Of course there's 2 bosses. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why? Why does that happen, dude? I mean, it took a lot of damage. It'll probably be okay. I'm lucky this map is easy modifiers. Oh, except I'm gonna die from desecrated ground. What? Okay. I just sacrificed a portal to get down there. Oh god. I didn't think that would come into play. What is happening? No regen build. I really should try to get regen. I thought about getting my gloves, the veiled mod, mana, and 33 life regen. I thought about it. I was like, maybe I should do that. Alright, I'm going to do another one. I'll play this extra safe. Although this also means if I die again, I'm like super fucked. Cannot die again. Swear to God, if I walk in here and just get one shot, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay, one's down. Should be permanently frozen. Permafreeze! Get it! 2 patients! Oh my god! 20 gamblers! Wait, no, like 26 gamblers. Come on. Should have been so much better. I hit that so early as extra divination card. Dang it. Oh, there's another rare. 340 div cards. Here comes the rain. Some tink. Something tink. Something tink. Mm. 20 divine orbs. It didn't drop. That would have affected the results a little bit. Got scammed. Let's get to it, guys. We got the results, and 100 maps are done. You know, I gotta say, the results feel like they were pretty much on the mark with what should have probably happened. I had a couple of kind of lucky drops. I didn't have anything that was too out of left field that would really mess up the result. I did find one Fire of Unknown Origin, one Nimis card, which duped off the last boss. And we'll see how many I should have found. So I got normalized results for you and the regular. But anyway, here is the breakdown. It was actually around, if you add all this up together, it's around 173 divines. Most of that in divination cards, go figure. And here's where you start to see the divination cards on top. But we got currency, close second. Maps is pretty high. Maps are very valuable this league because of all the map runners through the league mechanic, I think. And, you know, some other little stuff after that. But mostly divination cards and currency, primarily. Scarabs didn't do too bad either. So we got 2 Nimis cards here, and it's on its way up. It was 22 divines when I started the farm. Now 23, trending upward, it looks like. 27 divine orbs surprised me. I'm impressed by that number, 27. And you got to see in the highlights, most of them came from the Arcana Strongboxes. There are just so many of them. So even though I'm not really focused on currency drops, when you do this farm, a lot of those strong boxes get converted. Actually, way more of them get converted to Arcanus than Diviners, because it is more common than the Diviners strong box. So that's what happens, I guess. 13 maps, okay, Abomination maps. Valdos puzzle boxes. Some people in chat say I got unlucky on these, but I don't know. 7 Valdos boxes and 27 Divine orbs. Anyway, a ton of Chaos orbs. 4 Nurse cards. So the Nurse was the luckiest card that I dropped out of a Diviner's Strongbox. It was obvious that it dropped from a Diviner's and then got duped through the Divination Atlas point from the Diviner's Strongbox, then killed the boss, and that duped into 4. So that's how that happened. Dapper Prodigy's 280. That's an important number we'll look at in a second. Chaotic Disposition. A lot of those too. Fortunate cards. Yeah, I got 4 fortunate cards 4 times and 2 a second time, so that happened a lot. No Divine Beauty and no Sephiroth surprises me, though, that I didn't drop any of those. Okay, and yeah, we got the 4 brothers stashes. Yeah, just ate me up inside. And so that would have skewed the result a little bit if I had gotten 4 brothers gifts, probably. Although I don't think it'd be too wild. Here's the rest of everything. As it looks, you know, it just thins out towards the end. A lot of maps, and again, every single map has value. Some value. This league. So I do think it's fair game to count those. Okay. I'll scroll back up one more time. Just to remind you, the Fire of Unknown Origin to the Dapper Prodigy was a 1 to 185 according to the stack deck weightings. That spreadsheet is linked in the description. That is from 3.23, which is the last good data we have on it. So this could be wrong. It could be more favorable. It could be less favorable. Not exactly sure, but my findings in normalization on the loot is based on this number. 2.8 the Dapper Prodigies dropped per map. That was a little lower than I expected, actually. I was hoping it would be a bit higher than this. Anyway, this results in roughly 1.5 Fire of Unknown Origins per 100 maps. Now I dropped, you know, if you drop 1, you're going to dupe it, and you're going to get 2. So totally within normality, but I'm going to normalize the result to 1.5. So the investment was 70 Divines, 105 C per map. That might be up a little bit now. We'll see. Pilfering Scarab could be going up. Discernment Scarab could be going up. Maven Chisels could be going up. Anyway, gross 173.8, net 103.8. Divines per map over Divine. Net profit per map. And 12 Divines, 12.5 Divines per hour. It took me about 5 minutes per map. It takes a little longer than it feels like on the map because I go down to the boss room, don't go in, and swing all the way back up to the front. And then go all the way back down and kill the boss on Jungle Valley. So these aren't exceptionally fast maps. It's not like we're blasting 2-3 minutes. I could make them faster. I did a couple blights. But I didn't do the rituals unless I needed it to save the run or something. I forgot to mention I did change the Atlas to add ritual. I dropped a few Scarab nodes and added ritual. I think it was a good idea. Just to add some monsters on the map, really. And as a buffer to help me kill the boss in case I wipe on it. Something to get the headhunter buffs rolling again. Ritual's really nice for that. Used that a lot in Affliction League, actually. Alright, so back to it. Divines per hour, 12.45. With normalized being under Divine per map and 11.11 Divines per hour. Forgot to finish that. Okay. So it came out really close. And I'm still counting the nurse cards in there because, I mean, you do 100 maps, you're going to drop something like a nurse card and get it quadrupled. That's going to happen. I think that's totally normal. I don't even know how many of those Divine or Strong boxes I open, but average like 2 per map. 1 or 2 per map, so something like 2, I guess. And counting reopens, it might be 2 or 3, you know? Probably somewhere between 200 and 300 Diviners, Strong boxes were effectively opened in 100 maps. You're gonna see some stuff in there, and I think my results are rather tame. Really, I'm not very impressed by the random Diviner loot here, but it is what it is. So these are the results, and I was hoping for a higher number. I was honestly kind of expecting this to push 15 div an hour, between 15 and 20 is what I was hoping for, but you know, could see better results. Definitely a huge amount of jackpot potential. This comes out somewhat on par with the Chayula Breach farm that I did, which is now a higher investment cost as well, but this one has way more potential. It's also, in a lot of sense, a lot easier to pull off too. We'll save that for final thoughts, but now I'm going to do a little bit of gamble in the form of stack decks, I think, a few of those. We'll see what else. Well then, here's the cards. Not the greatest. Alright, let's go back in. That was 94 stack decks. Ugh. Just put those away. Got a few uniques to corrupt here. One max res lightning coil. Not really worth anything, okay. So be it. Sybil's Paw. Replica Aberon's Warpath. Is that good? That one sounds familiar. Will Clash? I don't know that either. I don't know any of these. Pillar of the Cage. I'm pretty sure these are all junk, but this one, I can't remember. Replica Aberon's Warpath. I don't know. I don't think I got anything, guys. I think it's all basically trash. Except this. I don't know. Maybe it sells for something. Replica? Replica of 65 Divines? This is 65 Divines? This map? What? Did I get paid? In the Gamba? Wait, is the map doable though? I assume the map's good then. I'm not going to check that on the stream. Anyway, I'm going to give my final thoughts on the farm. So as I was saying, I was expecting or hoping maybe 15 to 20 div per hour on this farm. So I ran the maps a little slower than I thought I would, and I guess maybe I underestimated a little bit. I feel like I got fortunate enough with the Divine Orb count and getting the 2 Nimis cards. So yeah, I'm just a little surprised. But anyway, this is the start of what's to come with Divination card farming. Divination card farming has changed a lot, and I'm sure that it has a lot to offer. As a tier 16 farm, felt pretty solid for a 10 div an hour plus strat, as long as you can kill the boss. And yeah, so much jackpot potential and very fun. Legion boxes, style of gameplay and maps, I've always enjoyed that, regardless of what I'm farming, even if I'm farming an Infliction or whatever. It's really nice. So I'm expecting that to be a very enjoyable farm for a lot of players to do. And I'd be curious to hear what you guys think about Divination card farming, especially its current state. The Pilfering Scarab, how you feel about the bossing thing. I kind of like it. It's growing on me. You know, I usually hate to kill the boss in Jungle Valley, but I kind of enjoyed it because it makes it kind of exciting. It almost feels like back when the God touched rares would spawn in Calandra League, and you know there's a decent chance of getting something amazing off of that monster. So there's a little bit of that feeling to it without being affected by Magic Find, I guess. Really enjoying the character too. I'm almost done. I'm going to upgrade a bow, and that's about the only thing left I really have to do, major, to kind of finish out the 3rd final progressed form of my own build guide. So I just figured I'd throw that out there. And with the currency I made in here, I can probably afford to make a bow. So that will be what I do next with currency. Other than that, I think I'm going to be continuing to explore some Divination card farming, maybe, and or maybe just kind of tier 17 focused stuff, or stay on 216. There's a couple things I want to look at, but yeah, pretty solid farm for the current state of the game. I think it's going to be fun, and it's going to be, again, for anybody who likes those jackpot optional farms, it's going to be a good one. That's it for me in this video. We'll have more farming videos coming out soon, and maybe a final build showcase for the build at some point soon. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comments. That's it for me. I'll see you tomorrow. Not tomorrow, some other time. Tomorrow on stream, I guess. Whenever you're watching the video, probably. Bye for now.